What's also very interesting about this is don't rule out Chelsea, because Chelsea are interested and Chelsea are also monitoring him. And I had a feeling, and this is something I've been wrong about, that I didn't think he would leave. And he may still stay, but I didn't think he would leave. The story now is that he's open to joining Arsenal. I believe he'll be open to joining Chelsea as well. I don't believe it'll be an exclusive thing to Arsenal. And we know what Chelsea do in these battles, don't we, Sam? They do it. So I would say watch out for Chelsea in this as well. And I think both of them may end up bidding for this guy. Do you think Chelsea could be a good move for him, or do you think he should steer clear? What's your take on that, gents?
Before Hussam goes on, can you just add something? Terry, he already played 1 year outside of Italy. In Basel.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay, right.
Your regular Italian defender. He played in the Swiss league for Basel last season. So it's a little. This is why, by the way, that's why he's openly open to move outside of Italy, because he experienced that before. Different than your normal Italian defender that are okay. Now I don't want to change the culture. I'm just gonna live here. So he went to a different culture, and Basel is more of a German culture. If I'm not mistaken, Basel is more of that German culture. So he moved outside of Italy before. Go ahead.
That makes sense.
Someone
Yeah,
need
on
to land
Chelsea
about Calafiori, and if he goes to Chelsea, he's a dumbass. I don't want him at my football club if he goes to Chelsea. Like I would completely say he's just an idiot at that point. There is no need for Calafiori. Is a Champions League caliber player. He's a high level, top level player. He's definitely not a Conference League player. He's putting his career at too much risk going to Chelsea. He's going to get managed by Maresca, but then if Todd Bowley doesn't like, Maresca's eyeshadow, he's going to sack him in December, and then he's going to get a new manager and shit like that. He definitely shouldn't go to Chelsea. I think that would be the equivalent of career suicide. When it comes to Arsenal, as a Liverpool fan, I can admit, yes, they're more attractive than us right now. Sustainability, continuity, same manager, blah, 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 Champions League football. We both have, to be fair, but they've been in it last season, quarterfinals. So I think it's different. But Chelsea, and it's just such a bad decision by Calafiori. He is a level above Chelsea. He's Champions League quality player. Why should you go from Bologna to Chelsea to begin with? Bologna are in the Champions League anyway. Like the worst that could the worst that could happen is you get eliminated in the Champions League group stages. But you play against a Real Madrid and you impress, or you play against a Barca, a Bayern, etc., and you impress. So he needs Champions League football.
Did you have the same about Olise? Just asking. Did you say the same about Olise? I can't remember. I'm asking.
You're comparing Calafiori to Olise?
Okay, so Ulise's move to Chelsea was not a suicide, but Calafiori.
Yeah, but I didn't think he should move to Chelsea.
Okay.
Why are you fighting me with that when
I'm not fighting. I'm just
that was the day when Terry stopped talking. He was like defending United.
Sam, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I said Olise should go to
I am. So you don't think any top player should move to Chelsea?
Top player, no, right now. No.
And you think Calafiori is a top player? He's like
no, not top player, on the way to becoming top.
So how do Chelsea get better then? If they aren't signing Calafiori and Olise, why do you want Chelsea? How do you want Chelsea to get better then?
Okay, before I speak, I'll answer your question. First, let me finish. So when it comes to Calafiori, I think he's an absolute idiot if he goes to Chelsea because he's a Champions League quality player. Now, how do Chelsea get better? By signing Premier League experienced players like Tosin Adarabioyo and others who have been there, done that, who can get to top four, who can get to that level. Players on the brink of. Now, Olise, his options were Man United and Chelsea. Both aren't in the Champions League more. The difference with Calafiori is two clubs, actually not two clubs, because Leverkusen want him and PSG want him, all in the Champions League, and then Chelsea are in the conference. Why the fuck should you go to a Conference League club? That's the wrong decision. Me and you both know that, so let's not go there.
But you had the same. But that's how Chelsea signing good players to get back to the Champions League.
Yes, Chelsea need to sign good players to get into the Champions League, but I'm talking from Calafiori's perspective, not from Chelsea's perspective. Of course, Chelsea should want him. I'm saying from Calafiori's perspective, he shouldn't go.
But if he's the guy, if they present the
but what, you yoga instructor?
There is
Stop switching and twisting my narrative.
I am not.
I'm saying from Calafiori's perspective, but you refuse to listen. But. There is no but from Calafiori's perspective.
Right.
I have 5 Champions League clubs looking at me, and Chelsea, who changed their manager when the weather is changed. They're in the Conference League. They're a level below me. Why should
I agree with that. But hear that. I agree with that narrative. But hear me out. If he goes to Chelsea and they sell him the project, we're signing the likes of, I don't know who they're signing, by the way. They are going for Nico Williams. We're signing Nico Williams. We're signing you. We're going to build this project. We're going to get back to Champions League. Yes, we aren't on the same level of Arsenal, but we are making you one of the main pieces of signing that. Yes, I agree that he should move. If Liverpool are coming in and he's guaranteed a start, yes, he should move to Liverpool. But I'm saying that if Arsenal cannot guarantee him a starting place, right? And he's going to go to Chelsea and be one of the main pieces in that team. I'm not saying that Chelsea are on the same level of Arsenal. I think you are twisting my words, right? You think that he goes to Arsenal and guarantees a starting place. I don't think so. If that is the case, I agree with you here. But I'm building my whole narrative that he doesn't go to Arsenal and guarantee the starting place. He goes to Chelsea tomorrow. I think he starts over everyone for them.
And yeah, I mean, listen, I understand to a degree where Hussam is coming from,
but
I
he
do
still
think
hasn't
it's
answered my
heavily.
question, you know, see what pisses me
What
off
question?
sometimes?
Can you ask me the question direct without yelling and shouting?
Is he guaranteed starter at
PSG?
Yes or no? Is he guaranteed starter at PSG?
Yes, but I don't think I move to a PSG.
Okay, خلاص عادي. There's no need to fight. Yes. Is he a guaranteed starter at Bayer Leverkusen?
I don't know about Bayer Leverkusen, to be honest.
Mo, don't be disingenuous and shameless.
I don't.
Be real.
I don't.
You know he's gonna start over.
I don't know. I don't know Bayer Leverkusen.
More than likely, he will be a guaranteed starter.
Okay.
You know this. Is he a guaranteed starter at Liverpool?
Okay, so are you saying that Bayer Leverkusen? Okay, so
I just named 3 Champions League clubs.
Hold on, let's stick to Bayer Leverkusen. Let's stick to Bayer Leverkusen. Are you saying with a straight face that you think Bayer Leverkusen at the current moment, the manager that won them the league, openly said that he's gonna go to Real Madrid, and Real Madrid already lining up the things that he's gonna leave, so he's gonna go join Bayer Leverkusen? You're saying that is more attractive than Chelsea at the current moment? I'm just want to get an answer. It's yes or no answer, by the way. By the way,
the thing is, guys, I get your guys. I get your arguments, right? The thing is this: I understand that. I can understand that you could have the train of thought, which, yeah, sorry, bro. I think you could have the thought that going to Chelsea right now with the situation they've been in is a bad move for a player. I think that is Chelsea fans don't like hearing it, but it's a logical thought. However, I do think when it comes to Chelsea, Mo, you've still got a lot of bitterness due to the Caicedo situation and the Lavia situations last year. Personally,
no,
I think there's a bit of that inside you. I think there's
okay. To make, not you.
No, I think. Let me finish. I think there's a bit of bitterness still there.
No, there isn't.
But bitterness at all. Hang on. Okay. Well, it comes across like there is. I will take your word that there isn't. But I think you're being disrespectful to Chelsea. I have criticized some of the players they've been linked to this summer, like Duran and the striker from the Samu Odorimian or Mandalorian or whatever his name was, right? For me, that was poor. Tossin and Dewsbury Hall, I think, are really good bits of business for them. If they are serious about getting back to the top, this is where I need to not be a hypocrite. My concern for them was if they're only going for the Durans and the like, they're never going to have a good enough amount of quality to get back to where they were, because those players, in my opinion, are not going to develop. They have to be going for if they're going to go for young players, it has to be Calafioris, it has to be Enzo Fernandez's, it has to be Caicedo's, who have a genuinely high ceiling to develop into. If you're buying Durans and the likes of this, even at their pomp, they're probably only going to be high mid-table players. So I think if you're Chelsea, and I know it's a harder sell now than it was 2 years ago because they've had some failings, but first team football, you're still in the Premier League. We've got this new manager. We've got these young players. This is how much money we're spending. This is where we see ourselves. I don't think it's crazy and inconceivable that a player still couldn't be sold on that. You know, Man United have gone through this for a decade where we've done badly. No one's going to sign for you now, and we've still been able to sign people. Now, if we'd have had our structure right, if we'd have had our ducks in a row, if we'd have had the correct decision-making at the club, it may not have been those direct people we signed, but we still could have signed quality. Chelsea is still an attractive top-level football club. I don't think it's a bad example at all. Just because you've signed the wrong players doesn't mean that you've got bad pull. Chelsea can still bring in top quality players. They've just got to make sure they're the right players. They've got to make sure the structure is right and they're buying the right individuals. I don't think that Calafiori would be an idiot for joining Chelsea. It's risky. It may not go in the way in which he wants it to, but all it takes is a couple of players like Calafiori's level with what they've already signed and then a goal scorer. And this Chelsea team could be well back within the Champions League this season. And then they go on to sign those players you've mentioned. I think it's a safer bet trying to sign a
from Chelsea's perspective. I'm talking about it from Calafiori's perspective. This is what you
but,
guys are both missing in this argument.
No,
I'm not saying Chelsea
shouldn't
want Calafiori. No, I'm not saying Chelsea shouldn't want Calafiori. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm saying Calafiori right now has 5 contracts on his table. He should not choose Chelsea because it's a Conference League club currently, and he's a Champions League quality player. He needs to be able to play Champions League football. He needs to be able to play in that competition because he's of that quality. If I have 2 contracts on the table, Arsenal and Chelsea, I'm taking the Chelsea one and I am tearing it apart and I'm burning it because Arsenal are way better than Chelsea right now. It has nothing to do with bitterness about Lavia and Caicedo. Lavia ain't played all year long. Caicedo, we made them cry at Wembley. There's no bitterness. There's zero bitterness. I speak facts about Chelsea, and it hurts the Chelsea fans' feelings because they'd rather hear comfortable lies than uncomfortable truths. I'm not saying they shouldn't want him. I'm saying he shouldn't want them. Those are two different things.
But that's where I disagree. I understand why it maybe came across that way. I'm painting the Chelsea perspective in which you would sell to Calafiori. So yes, they're a Conference League team right now, but they're gigantic Chelsea who are in the Conference League, who have a lot of very good young players, who have a new and exciting manager that so far have signed Tosin, so far have signed Dewsbury Hall. If they're turning around to Calafiori and saying, look, unlike Arsenal or unlike this team, we can give you first team football. We've bought these 2 individuals. We're also going to. Well, I think Dewsbury Hall's a very good. I think Dewsbury Hall is a kind of player. Look,
Dewsbury Hall is to begin with.
It doesn't matter. Maybe he doesn't. It's irrelevant whether he does or he doesn't. Your football team is at its best period in your lifetime with Jordan Henderson and Wijnaldum as your midfield players.
And Mo Salah and Mane and Van Dijk.
Exactly. Hang on. Let me exactly. But a Dewsbury Hall is sometimes the type of player who helps knit things together. Because sometimes your team at your pomp was not the same without Jordan Henderson, even with all those stars. So for me, I still think you can sit in a room with Calafiori, and Arsenal might be more attractive on the surface. And of course they are. But you could sit there in a room with him and say, this is what we're doing. This is who we're buying. This is where we're going to be. And you could sell that dream as him being a key integral player from the beginning to get you to another level. That is a motivation for some people. So the point I'm making is it is not inconceivable that Chelsea could sell him an overall package that attracts him to the football club. And for you to say he just shouldn't want to go there for love nor money, I think is disingenuous to the chance of towards Chelsea's ability to recapture themselves. I'm not saying every single decision they're making is right, but I don't think they've lost their pull, and I don't think they're unattractive to football players.
But I've never
yet.
said those things. I've never said those things. I'm not saying they're unattractive and they've lost their pull. If you're in Calafiori's position, Terry is in Calafiori's position. Are you going to Arsenal or Chelsea?
Depends on the package. Depends on what I'm promised. Depends on what I'm told. Give me the variables, and we can work the equation out. The point I'm making is no, but this is the thing. If I'm going to start for both, maybe. But where am I starting at Arsenal? Is it going to be centre back, or am I playing left back and centre back? What games am I starting in? What's my role going to be?
Back at Arsenal.
How much? Yeah. How much are you paying me compared to Chelsea?
Yeah, but then I can also repeat the same question for PSG, for Liverpool. Like, I'm not saying
this is the point I'm making.
I'm asking, the other options are more attractive.
No, but what you stated, I'm probably paraphrasing slightly, is that he shouldn't want to go to Chelsea. I'm stating
yes, because
that
he's a Champions League caliber player, and they aren't in the Champions League right now. He's okay. You know what?
That's one strand. That's one strand, and there's multiple other things you're ignoring. Is what we're stating.
Okay, but I think I actually know the problem here. The issue with the argument is how highly we're rating Calafiori. This is the issue. What we're arguing. How highly I rate Calafiori.
Good point.
I think. And this is where me and you completely disagree. I think I rate Calafiori higher than you both. Like, I put him as a guaranteed starter for Arsenal, for Liverpool, for PSG, for all these clubs. Like, I think he's that quality of a player. So I think he's He's not world class, but he's the player who's ready to become a world class player. Don't interrupt me more. So that's why when I say I don't think he should go to Chelsea, I'm rating the player that high, in which if I have a contract offer table from Arsenal, from Liverpool, from PSG, from Bayern Munich, from whoever, I'm choosing the Champions League caliber club right now over a project because I'm not.
I want to ask him a question, Terry, before we go on. Just one question. I want to see.
Go on.
Sam, if he's between Bayern Leverkusen and Manchester United now, what would you advise him to do? I want to. Yes, I want to see the logic.
I mean, with Xabi Alonso leaving, it might be just like a temporary thing with Bayer Leverkusen. So I said this even last season. Last season, I told Arsenal fans that Liverpool are more attractive than them, on straight fact, because 1 year doesn't change it. So I'd say probably right now, Man United over Leverkusen in terms of attraction levels.
But Liverpool over Leverkusen. Oh, so Chelsea over Liverpool.
Over attraction levels, yes, of course.
Okay. Man United over PSG, is that something we can just sit here?
No, I would say PSG over
because
United
he's going to play.
No, PSG over United right now.
I just wanted to know if you're holding Chelsea to a lower level than Man United, because
I just feel yeah. No, I get that, and that's the point is, Mo, and I think maybe not Mo, Sam. I think where we're missing each other is I understand, because I would say that if I was Calafiori, Arsenal would be a bigger preference for me than Chelsea, but it's the way you're making it sound like he shouldn't even consider Chelsea for love nor money. Depends on the packages that clubs offer, and Tevin says this here, and it's probably, but you're discounting everything.